Hello, in this video we'll be looking at the Japanese Meito katanas that has a folder size of about 326 megabytes and a price of 35 US dollars. Now this was made for an older version of UE, but you can still add it when you go to your library, click on the add to project, and then there are no projects, so click on show all projects, select your project that you want to add it to. And then you see that the asset is not compatible with version 5.2. Please choose the alternative. So click on that and choose the version that's available and add it to project. Should still work because it's just meshes, materials, and textures. Looking at the showcase level and getting a closer look at the meshes, you can see the details are very nice. Also got the scabbards next to them. And by the way, for the katanas, the different parts like the grip, crossguard, and blade are separated. We'll get into that in just a bit. But yeah, these are very high quality. And these are them with the inside their scabbards. And this is like a large kind of odachi. Very large. And looking at the collisions and light and only view mode, the collisions are very good. Only a few details have been sculpted on the mesh. The collisions are not optimized in the best way, but they are pretty accurate. This is the wireframe. They're kind of low poly. So we go to the overview level and we see that how they separated the different parts have been separated like this. That one had several parts. And you will notice the katanas have their end of the sword or blades called tang, I believe. The same goes for the odachi. As for folder structure, we got the maps, the environments, background stuff, props, and the weapons, their materials, meshes, and textures. Dimensions for the weapons, 64K, 62K, 51 1K. And for the environment, 62K, 18 1K, 3512. And no alpha channels on any of those textures. Now looking at the meshes, the vertices, they're generally low poly. I would say about all of them below 3000 except for the skeletal mesh here, and only one uses more than one material and is by mistake. You can actually delete this material slot, it has no functionality. No extra UV channels and no LODs. As for the skeletal mesh, it doesn't use the UE4 mannequin skeleton. As for materials, there are no material instances, only master materials. They don't have customization, but some of them have the shading model set to clear coat, which I think does help make them look very good. On the ORM textures are metallic, roughness, and ambient occlusion in RGB respectively. And for some reason, the roughness gets multiplied by a number and then used for specular. I don't know why. It's used in multiple times, the same story. I haven't looked at all of the materials, but most of them. So they're all like this. Looking at the UVs, you can see there are wasted spaces. And yeah, no overlap for symmetrical parts. Blade should be better for that. And downside, the symmetrical parts are not sharing the same UV space. Same goes for the scabbards. Actually, the same goes for all of the meshes. Now, in some cases, like these blades, I can understand because they have like the pattern in the normal and not on the mesh. So I can understand in such cases, but not for the others. And if you're wondering about this blueprint, it's custom made. I made it myself, and the logic behind it is like this. You can copy it. It allows me to change the different parts, so check if they are compatible or not. For example, I'm changing the cross guard here. You can see most of them are somewhat compatible, and for the grip, there is like a slit there for a couple of them and the short ones. As for the scabbard, you can see some parts are popping out, at least for this blade. So I wouldn't call it modular. I know it isn't advertised as such, but you can mix match some of them, especially for the blades. So my thoughts on this would be the following. The texture is amazing. It is somewhat modular. It has good collision, may not be the most performant like I mentioned. There are clear cut shading models, very nice combination I would say. And the downside would be there are no material instance used, there are no material customization, wasted UV space, and the UV space is not being reused. And one last thing to consider would be the support or the lack of it due to it not being updated. But to be honest, you wouldn't need it. And hope you have a great day.